What's up YouTube? It's Cherie. I'm here with another video. Today is filming day. This is, I believe, my third video today. Hopefully they all go up at the same time, but if not, please check out my first eyeshadow look tutorial as well as my foundation tutorial. This video today, however, is going to be just me talking about the foundations that I used and loved in 2016. I'm going to talk about them in order by how much I liked them. I have 2 drugstore, but the other 3 are high-end. I'll start by talking about my absolute favorite. I don't know why I stopped using this. Honestly, I was using this way back in the day. Totally forgot about it. I think, well, what happened was I went on a drugstore kick. I found that I wasn't wearing foundation as often as I did before, and I was more so going barefaced or wearing something lightweight that I could pick up at the drugstore. But then I'm not sure, maybe it was YouTube, but at some point someone mentioned this foundation and I was like, you know what, I should revisit that. And that foundation is by MAC, and it is the Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15. What I like about this foundation is that it's the closest match to my skin color. It wears all day long. It doesn't get gross by the end of the day. It doesn't slip around on my face. I actually really enjoy it. I've actually been able to wear this with and without a primer. I don't recommend ever, I'm an oily girl, I don't ever recommend you going without a primer if you're oily. However, sometimes you don't have your primer, like if you're traveling, or in some cases I'm just in a rush and I forget to put my primer. And so that being the case, this is a really good foundation for that. It's thick, it's full coverage, definitely buildable. My color is actually in C45. I find that this is light. It's perfect for the winter. In the summer it's too light. I tend to turn very red and like a bronzy red color all over, and in the summer it's very hard to find the right match for me, but I find that this is the perfect color for me in the winter, and I will continue to purchase this. It retails for $28 on MAC's website. It's worth every penny. I love it. I know some people are concerned about thicker foundations that have oily or acne prone skin because they're afraid it's going to break them out. It could just be me, but I have a really good skincare regimen, and so by taking care of my skin outside of makeup, this hasn't given me any problems. 0 breakouts. Actually, my skin is really good right now, and I've been using this for a couple of months now. So anyways, I love this so much, and this is a ride or die from now on. I think I'll just continue to stick to this, except for in the summer when I want something lighter. The next foundation that I want to talk about is the Clinique Beyond Perfection. It's a foundation and concealer in one. I like it because it has this really cool doe foot applicator, so it's easy to apply to your face. You can just put a couple of dots where you want your makeup and then blend it out. I will say that that's the one thing about this foundation by MAC is that you pour it out, and since it's a thicker, heavier foundation, it's sometimes very difficult to get it out of the bottle and onto your hand or surface wherever you're putting this. I don't like sticking things inside the bottle, but I know that once I start getting low, I'll have to figure out a creative way to get the product out of the bottle, since it won't shake out very easily. I'm pretty sure that they probably sell a pump or something for the foundation, so I'll have to look into that and see if I couldn't pick that up in order to have an easier use with that. But anyways, back to this one. This is a really good foundation. It is also full coverage. What I find though is I'm having a hard time finding the right color for my skin. This color here is 24 Golden, and it's a little bit too dark. Now, when I purchased this, I hadn't quite lost all of my summer tan, but now that my tan is gone, this is definitely too dark, and the next color is too light. So I guess you could mix the two. However, I believe this is $27. So I'm not one of those girls that likes to spend $40 on their foundation. I just can't do it. It's not something that I feel comfortable doing. I'd rather buy one foundation and 2 other things for $40. So that being the case, I did not purchase the lighter color to mix it. I just put it on the shelf, and when my skin's a little bit darker, I'll revisit it. One thing I did not like though is that my oil, it kicks through when I wear this primer. No primer, I get oily as hell with this. But it had really good coverage, and to not have to use a concealer in addition is really nice. I mean, I actually haven't had to use a concealer, or I probably could have used one for covering dark spots, but I just am at a point in my life where I'm just like, you know, I have acne spots. What are you gonna do? It's not terrible. Most of it can be covered with foundation, and then what can't be covered by foundation, I'm okay with that. It's just a few little dots. So anyways, this is a good buy for someone if they can find the right color. The next foundation is a very pricey foundation. It is the Becca Radiant Skin Satin Finish Foundation. I actually went on Sephora's website to see if I can find it so that I could tell you how much it actually retails for, but I didn't see this particular one on their website. I did see, however, their other foundations, which are in a similar packaging. Those retail for $44. Like I mentioned before, I can't spend that much on a foundation. I just can't. I run through foundation too quickly to have that as a part of my monthly expenses or whatever. So I actually caught this on Look, which is one of my absolute favorite websites to shop, especially for beauty products, because the prices are, you know, 50 up to 70 sometimes % off of their original price. And so in doing that, I purchased this for 14 bucks. Now this is my all-time favorite summertime foundation. It is not a very thick, heavy foundation. It is buildable, so you can build it up to be more of a full coverage foundation, but I think it's perfect for me for the summer. I do wear a primer with it. It's not something that I can get away with not wearing a primer, but the color I believe is Tobacco. Yes, the color is Tobacco, and this is just like the absolute perfect match for my summer tan. It is just the best. Absolutely love this. I wear it all day long chasing my kids in the sun, and it stays on my face. So this is a good buy. Another thing that I absolutely love by Becca, I have lots of Becca products, most of which I paid full price and then kicked myself for later. But Look, thank you Look. They actually had the powder. This is the mineral powder foundation. And it's also in Tobacco. I'll kind of show you the picture or the color. I don't know if you can see that, but it's too dark right now, so I find that I can actually bronze with it right now, or even like contour with it right now, but during the summer it will be my perfect shade because I get dark in the summer. So anyways, it's a really nice powder. It does not turn to mud on my face, which I so appreciate. It just goes on so smoothly, and it adds a really nice warm look to my skin. And so I was actually able to get this for $14 as well recently. And look at this cute little case that it came in. I mean, they were not skimpy with the packaging. First of all, these little compacts are made so well. But I mean, it came in this cool little travel zip bag, and it came with a sponge, but I'll never use a sponge. But this is really, 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 really cool. So anytime you can catch them on Look, and they're there often, get as many things as you can. They even usually have highlighters. They don't have the most popular ones that everyone's always after, but they do have some really great ones, and blushes as well. So Look, Becca Cosmetics, thank you. Alright, so now let's get into my two drugstore foundations. The first one is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless. Everyone's been talking about this all year long for a good reason. It's a very good foundation. It is full coverage. It does really well for mattifying. I have excessive oil. I am one of the most oily people I have ever met besides my mother. I mean, we are just oily people. And one good thing about that is we are looking younger as we get older, which is great. We don't have tons and tons of wrinkles, and I hope that that, you know, holds true for the rest of my life. It has for my grandmother, so fingers crossed. But anyway, I find that I do get oily with this product throughout the day. I wouldn't say that this is one of those foundations that I could wear all day long without any issues. Once I start getting tired, I need the extra help because my face, it needs to look better than what it feels. I don't know if that makes sense, but this does not do that for me. I start looking as greasy and tired as the makeup allows me to look. So for that reason, it is not my absolute favorite, but it is a good foundation. And this retails for $7.99, and you can get this at Ulta or any other drugstore, Walgreens, Target, CVS. Really easy to get to. Also, you know, with Target and Walgreens and CVS, they always have special promotions and sales and things of that nature, so you can get this at a good price. I mean, it's already $7.99, but you can also use CVS, you know, what is it, extra bucks and all that other stuff to bring the price down. So that's really cool. Alright, the last foundation that I was using a lot this year, or this past year, sorry, 2016, was the Infallibile Matte, excuse me, Infallibile Pro Matte foundation, and the color that I have here is Classic Tan. Okay, Classic Tan. I've had so much trouble with finding the right color in these foundations. Same thing with this one. I have 4 of these, all different shades, and throughout the year I am all different colors, and so I'm mixing and all this stuff. I don't have time for all of that. Okay, so drugstore, I love that you have some really good options for when someone doesn't want to spend a lot of money for a full coverage matte look. However, the color ranges are just off. I don't know, there's so many options for this one in particular, but none of them seem to match me, so I'm just mixing a bunch of them. And the same thing, even more limited with the Infallibile Pro Matte, but I will say it's a good foundation. Like the other foundation that fit me, for me it's not, you know, 24-hour wear, which it says on the front, because my oil is so excessive. I've come into terms with the fact that more than likely my favorite foundations will almost always be high-end. The drugstore just hasn't done it for me. This is really good though. I would say if I don't need to have like a total beautiful perfection face. If I'm going to just be running around the house, or, you know, running to the store or whatever, I'm not trying to look all perfect. I just want to look, you know, better, prettier, rested. These are good if I'm not trying to have a long wear beat face. So anyways, this was the last foundation that I found that I enjoyed. I did try lots of others, I won't lie, and they were all drugstore, and I did not care for them. I've tried some CoverGirl, I've tried some NYX, I've tried all these different like drugstore brands, just really hoping and praying that something would replace my favorite high-end so that I could stop spending so much money on foundation, and so far nothing's done it for me. I am hoping to check out the LA Girl foundation that just came out, as well as the Milani foundation that recently launched too. I've seen so many YouTubers talk about how great those foundations are, so when I'm out of my good stuff, I will then go ahead and try the whole drugstore route again and pick up those 2 at least to give them a shot and see how they work out for me and my oily skin. But for right now, I'm okay just, you know, spending the money and using what I seem to have more consistent luck with. But anyway, I hope this video was helpful for you oily girls out there, and if you're interested in me doing more videos like this, like, I don't know, for say my powder collection, my eyeshadow collection, things that I just really loved in 2016, I can do that. I have a million highlighters. If you'd like to hear which ones were my favorites and which ones were flops for me, let me know in the comments below. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe, and I just really appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day. Bye.